Monster Pain. Yep. We are playing Monster Train, aka Monster Pain. And I want to add this tag real quick because it really is a deck construction, deck building kind of game. I also want to make sure I don't have my voice changer on again. That's good. Good. Audio levels set. Double checking this. Turn it up just a teeny bit. But so, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be playing some Monster Train. You know, I played this in the past on a few streams that I did, but I really didn't understand the game, I feel, as well as I do now. Now, does that mean I'm any better at it? No, I'm still awful at this game. But it's a pretty fun game to play, regardless of whether or not I actually understand what I'm doing. So, real quick, I just gotta set something else up. Alrighty. And so, now that that's taken care of, let's swap right over to the game and see how things go. So, what I'm thinking I might be doing is I'm going to try the daily challenge first, since I played a lot of the normal game, and, you know, being able to vary it up a teeny bit with some mutators and whatnot, as well as comparing myself to other players, can really help me up my game just a little bit. So here's what we got. We've got the Stygian Guard is our primary clan, with the Melting Remnant our allied clan. Burning Bright is one of the mutators, +2 Ember per turn, pretty nice. Ninja Training, minor bosses enter with Stealth 5, not very good. And any non-champion unit which dies is purged from your deck. So, I'm thinking for this run, we'll want to like make some kind of a cantrip deck. Something where we focus more on spells to try and clear things out, since if we do lose units, it's not gonna be particularly nice, since we do just lose them forever. So let's take a look at what we've got to start with. Damage spells cast on this floor cost -1 Ember. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Conduit upgrade for our champion. And then for an artifact, we've got either the Founding Seal or Cuddlebeard. And Founding Seal will trigger incant abilities in extra time. That could be pretty good if we're going to be focusing on spells. Although, having more Frostbite might also be pretty decent if we want to just try and burn the boss down without having to worry about putting out too many guys. You know something? I'm thinking we go for the Founding Seal and we just try to get some like tanky boys that have a lot of incant abilities. Incant, for those of you that don't know this game that well, is yeah, more Monster Train stuff. Welcome to the stream, Grim. I decided, you know, I might just play some games on my own for the rest of the night, simply because it's nice sometimes to spend some time with friends, but it's also nice sometimes to just spend some time to your own thoughts. Anyways, you know, I'm gonna try and take all the trials as well. So basically, as I was saying, incant, essentially whenever you cast a spell on the same floor as the monster that has the ability, they will gain some kind of special effect or activate an ability. And these trials, they add a bit of an extra challenge, but they also give us a bit of a reward for completing the level. So non-boss units enter with spikes 3, so like every time we attack them, we'll take 3 damage. Not very ideal. So we want to try and kill things without really, you know, using monsters if we can. Now, I'm thinking, Here's what I'm thinking. We get rid of this dreg, since we're probably not gonna really be focusing on those guys. And I can freeze our clan leader, so that way he stays in our hand. And then I'm gonna throw this dreg up here to kind of act as a buffer for those guys when they go up a floor. These dregs are gonna end up dying anyways very quickly, so there's really no point to trying to keep them. But what we can do now is we can put down these train stewards and hopefully get a teeny bit of damage out of them. We're probably going to end up having to sacrifice some pyre health. Actually, no, it doesn't look like we will. So this is going to be a problem. This guy's going to wipe our first train steward, so since he's going to die anyways, I'm just going to apply Purifying Cleanse to him, which will give him burnout, so he will die guaranteed, but he'll at least... no, he doesn't survive. Never mind. But at least he'll survive to get his first attack off. So that is nice to have. I won't put down our boss up there. I'm going to put him down on the base floor, so that way when the actual mini-boss comes in, we'll hopefully be able to do something. Actually, no, now that I think about that, that's awful. Because he's got stealth, which makes it so we can't attack him for the next 5 turns. Which means even if we survive the first round of attacks, which we won't, attacking this guy will just pretty much instantly kill us, which isn't nice. Shit. I'll throw this dreg in here just so that way we can get rid of him out of our deck, and he'll also just burn out some of that stealth. Heal you up and apply burnout. Yeah, I think we are just gonna have to rely on our pyre to clear guys out first and foremost here. He's still got stealth, so I'm gonna put this dreg up in front because it's gonna die anyways. Get rid of that. We don't really want that. What else can we get? We don't want that either. We got a lot of shitty starting cards, I'm gonna be honest. Oh. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage here. So, I'm just hoping we can deal some extra damage before that happens. But we survived the first round, so it could have been worse. Ooh, Titan's Tooth. So Titan's Tooth is actually a pretty strong ability to have. It'll apply Frostbite, so if we had that Frostbite artifact instead right at the start, we'd probably have been better off. Reforming our units isn't going to help since they get purged, so we will not be able to really use that. To send a unit imply dazed, that could really help, so I'm going to take Dripfall. And now the remnant units are typically going to be more focused around burnout and whatnot, but at the same time, something I actually learned when I was messing around on my own, the permadeath mutator, if you get the endless buff on one of your monsters, they don't technically die, so they never get purged from your deck. So I'm thinking, since we've got this unit upgrade, the Merchant of Steel over here, we actually go over here for the remnant unit and then see if we can get something good. So like right here, the Paraffin Thug, this is a good one right here. Every time we kill someone, he just gives us more gold. Perfect. But then we need Endless as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give him this upgrade and can't gain 1 armor. And then Endless, we got it. We got it. So now he actually will stay in our deck permanently. And that is fantastic. So we can just roll him out and we have no fear of actually losing him. Non-boss units get +4 damage. Oh, you know something? I don't think I like that because they do have the infiltrators, which grant haste. You know something? I'm gonna risk it all. I'll risk it all here. Maybe we can get real lucky. We literally only have 2 units in our deck now, so... Oh, wait, hang on a sec. I'm gonna put you down here. You down here. And bam! They're all dead because of our Titan's Tooth. And then what we can do is if we draw enough... Nope, we are not going to draw enough. That's fantastic. So we lose both of our guys, but don't worry, our Paraffin Thug is going to come back. I'll just delete that guy, so that way we can hopefully... Oh, actually, hang on a sec. If I daze you, now our Thug isn't going to die, and then we can just kill you both on this floor, which is perfect. And we survived for the boss as well. Like, we literally didn't even lose anyone. That's fantastic. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can get this back. So yeah, we got the Titan's Tooth back, so we can use that on the boss. Drip Fall I'm also going to keep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Preserve card and then use it on the Titan's Tooth, so we keep that in our hand. Play another Offering Token. Maybe we'll get another card that's good. No, we didn't. Okay. But so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just play these spells real quick, so that way we get our incantation on our frontline guy. And even though I just dazed him to make him not attack for 1 turn, this is that 1 turn. So it just goes right away. So he's got stealth for 5 turns. Again, not very great for us. But what we can do is we can just wail on him real quick. And also daze him, so that way he doesn't get to attack. And then use our Titan's Tooth to set him on fire. And he'll be taking 142 damage on this floor, which is a big chunk of his health. So that's pretty good. And then, because they're going to end up dying anyways, I'm just going to... I'm going to throw this on here because he's going to end up dying to the spikes. So I'm not too concerned about anything else. And then we get our Thug back, so that's great. I'll play him out first so he can start getting his incantation up. Get rid of that. Use this. Get rid of that. Play this on the boss to stun him. And then since we're not really going to have any cards in our hand, I'm going to play this first. Get another incantation up. Deal another 6 damage. And so we are very close. We'll actually kill him this next turn that we see him. So we're doing pretty good. Yeah, you know something? I'll just finish him off with this. And so I think our Thug should be able to get the hit on him. So I'm just going to let this play out, and then we'll get some extra gold for it. Strategy. We failed the first fight completely miserably, but we are doing pretty well right now, all things considered. We just got to buff up our Thug a bit more if we get the chance. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 2 times the number of spells in your deck 3 times. You know something? I think that's a lot better than Titan's Gratitude, especially since this will actually stack with itself, and it'll give us another 2 damage on this, and we'll keep getting more spells. We want more spells to make our boy much stronger. Subsuming Blade. Piercing, deal 5 damage, increase damage by 3 permanently. That is very strong. I'm going to take that. And then we get a free unit as well. So I wanted to go for incant abilities. So I'm thinking right here, the Guard of the Unnamed is actually going to be pretty strong for us because it just gains armor every time we cast a spell. No, excuse me. And so I'm thinking if we can get Endless on this as well, we just literally throw it up front. It's going to be our tank, and we'll have a whale of a time. Alright, So we'll need to get lucky here then. Ooh, but we could duplicate our Thug if we go here to this Hell Vent. I'm thinking we go this way because we want the Pyre health as well. And so let's see if we can get Endless. Quick, not what we're looking for. But so I'm gonna throw extra health on this thing. And then I'm just gonna reroll and hope we get the Quick card. Nope, we did not get Quick, so I'm not gonna play that. I'm not gonna play our new boy yet, unless I can guarantee he's not gonna die, which will actually be pretty hard in this upcoming fight. Ooh. Two ornate chests have emerged from the thawing ice. Both chests have a strange lock mechanism that look like they can be picked with shards from the pyre. The more decorated chests might take a few more tries, though. Do you try to break off some of your pyre to get what's inside? Just a little, or yes, a lot? I'm gonna say just a little. A little bit of gold doesn't hurt. But spending 25 pyre health, not really worth it, I don't think, right now. Oh, but it is 5 times for an additional 20% gain, if I think about it, because 25 times 5 is 125, but this is 5 times the health cost, so this is actually an additional 25 gold. You know something? I'm gonna say just a little bit. We wanna conserve our health because there's no guarantee we'll be able to use just our Thug to really kill things. But so let's jump in. We've got our first real boss, Daedalus. Constructed explosives enter with damage shield. Okay. That shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. I'm just not too enthusiastic about dealing with it. So let's see if we got our tank boy here. If we can help him survive by just continually casting spells with him in our hand, that probably would work very well. I'm gonna get rid of this. No, I'm gonna get rid of the drip fall first because we can't really use it. And then yeah, we won't deal enough damage. We'll deal like 15. Actually, no, we'll deal just enough damage if I play this. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to play all of these guys down here. But unfortunately, our Guard of the Unnamed will take a bit of a hit, but he'll have some armor to absorb it, which is nice. This guy will die, and he's the big tanky boy on their side. And then these ones we can just pick off with spells afterwards. The bomb's gonna explode, that's okay. We just gotta kind of tank it out. Oh, so here we go. Here's what I can do now. I'm gonna just cast that because it costs 0. We can just make use of the extra armor. And then I'm just gonna cast these lances up here. Or I'm gonna cast one lance because this is just a healer, so it's not gonna deal any damage to our pyre if we let it by. And then we can cast both of these spells to just kill these guys. And there's no issue at all. Like, see, we gained so much more armor than this guy's gonna deal in damage. It's perfect. Ancient Synergy. So yeah, we can use this now. Or actually, hang on a sec. So here's what I'm thinking. We cast this first. And then we can get these 2 lances. We should be able to kill this guy with the subsuming blade and increase its damage. Because every time we kill something with this, it gets 3 more damage. And so now if we look at that card, deals 8 damage. It's a flawless strategy. If we just build up like our single target nuke cards, I think we'll be all set. Now, I'm thinking, again, Titan's Tooth should be very helpful here, but we want to... Oh, we can cast Titan's Tooth without actually using any mana as well. That'll be pretty handy. So I'll do this. And so we can just discard Titan's Tooth. and end up casting it. Now, is there anything else we can really do? Triggers on these units' turn. So I don't think dazing that will actually stop it from exploding, but we can daze this guy so he doesn't get to attack. And then I'm just going to end up using this so that way we get another incant off. I don't ever want to actually use this card because this will apply burnout, which forces these guys to die. So I really am stuck with that in my hand. I should have used the other thing first. Subsuming Blade, easy kill right here. And then we can just lay down a few of these. I'll just do that. That guy's gonna die. It doesn't matter that he gained more attack. He's not even gonna get to the pyre. And I'll leave this in our hands because this guy's already gonna die anyways. Adding this wouldn't help too much. Now we got Daedalus here, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Offering Token, get rid of our Titan's Tooth. Now we're gonna have to reshuffle our discard pile, and so this gives us a chance to get the Titan's Tooth back again. So let's just see. We got it back again. Nice. Okay. So now all we gotta do is we cast with our Titan's Tooth again. He's actually already gonna die, but that's okay. I just still want to cast all these spells to see how much armor we get. Like, look at this. And on top of that, our Guard of the Unnamed, even though he doesn't have Endless, he's still alive. I'm so happy about that. I'm gonna Drip Fall you, so that way you get dazed, even though you can't move. I will cast Ancient Synergy to deal even more damage. 121 armor. I've gotten up to a point where I've gotten, like, this guy, this specific unit up to, like, 2,000 armor. And that's just because I stacked it with a bunch of those things, like Incant, add 1 armor. Every time you get armor, you add 3 more. It's awesome, honestly. Alright, so we get a rare pack. Memento Mori, deal damage to the front unit equal to 10 times the number of friendly unit deaths this battle. I don't think we'll really be able to use that. But Harness the Titan, that's a good one. That's a really powerful spell. I think we'll end up using that. Or Spike of the Stygian, apply Sap and Frostbite based on the number of mana we have. If we had more per turn, we could get more per turn, but I'm thinking we want to get higher draw. So that way we can just keep spamming spells with our little draw cards. But if we had more mana per turn, I'd say definitely use this, because we could put, like, 25 Frostbite on someone, and they'll just take 25 damage every time they end a turn, and it would be awesome. But we're not really Frostbite centered, I don't think. Ooh, another Thug. Or we could get Big Sludge. I don't know. Honestly, I'm thinking we go for, I'm gonna have to think for a moment here, because this has burnout, so we're immediately just getting rid of this. We don't want this. I know Lady of the Reformed has this special bonus friendly burnout units gain burnout 1 every time she takes damage. It might be a good idea just to go after the Thug to have more raw damage. And then we're gonna get more draw. Adding more space, yeah, if we got 2 more space upgrades for each floor, we'd be able to put down all of our cards on 1 floor. I don't think it's really worth it to do that. I'm just gonna go for the extra draw, and we already have the increased mana regen each turn. Not important to get more mana per turn. I could go upgrade my spells, but then I'm passing up some artifacts. This artifact could be something really good, like increased magic power or whatever. You know something? Actually, though, we get more health, and then we also get the card removal over here. So I'm thinking we go this way. We don't want the extra unit. Select and remove up to 2 cards from your deck. Well, we don't want these Purifying Cleanse cards. Healing really not going to help us, especially since most of our health is just from raw shields. And then let's also upgrade our champion real quick. Damage spells cast on this floor cost -2. Or I could apply Spell Weakness. This is a tough one, but this has more raw damage. Not to mention, we can just spam our spells even more. So I'm thinking, let's go with that one. Now let's see what we can do to upgrade our spells. So we could actually upgrade it so that way some of our spells are gonna basically have no cost to them. If we have this. So basically this has 3 costs, but our boss makes it -2, and then on top of that, having -1 would make it 0. So we could just spam this. There's a lot of things we could do. Harness the Titan, I think that could be good to upgrade as well. I want to get, one thing I really want to get is for either the Titan's Tooth or one of the offering tokens, there's this, upgrade called Holdover, and I think that would be really good to get, simply because then, every time you play the card, you just get it back in your hand on the beginning of the next turn, so we can just literally keep smacking those out. But so, I'm thinking, just because we might actually not do it every single time they're on the floor that our boss is on, and it doesn't have the offering bonus, we will upgrade our Ancient Synergy with -1. And then I'm actually gonna Permafrost. I don't know if we want Permafrost. Having +10 magic power, though, that's too good to pass up. So I'm going to put that on our Titan's Tooth, I think, because this affects all units, whereas this is just 1. Granted, this does less overall... Well, this does more overall damage with the Frostbite, so let's upgrade that. And then I'm going to re-roll, and then if we can get Holdover as one of our upgrades, that would be absolutely I'm just too good at the game right now. This is what I get for being such a great gacha gamer. So now Titan's Tooth, we can just stack that up, and every turn we just use it. I could also use the Subsuming Blade with Holdover, but I think Titan's Tooth will be much better because it is literally AoE overtime damage that we will always use. We can't get either of these upgrades now, unfortunately, but I think that's a good trade-off. Non-boss enemies enter with spikes 4. So we had trouble with this before, but I have a feeling we could theoretically stand to deal with it this time. I'm just hoping our Guard of the Unnamed doesn't get killed. Our other thug, if we do play him, he will die regardless. If he attacks someone, he'll take 3 damage. Spikes 4. Yeah, but the extra artifact, I don't really care about our thug. I think we've got a good comp with just our normal thug. Not our better thug and other stuff. So first of all, Subsuming Blade. Oh, but if our boss attacks, he'll just die. So we can't let that happen. But what we can do is, first things first, Subsuming Blade. I should have played our tanky boy first. But I'm going to play this, so that way it actually comes back in our hand next turn. And then I'll just play Ancient Synergy, kill this guy. Suddenly, no one takes any damage. I'm going to keep this thug, because this is the non-upgraded one. Play a Frozen Lance up here to kill that, get some gold. Here's our upgraded thug, so we can play him. Enhance all spells with +1 magic power. Very strong. Now we got 20 damage here. I'm going to play this, so that way we get additional armor. And then play that. This guy should die without us doing anything else now, so we can just let him rise up. So I'm going to do this so that way I don't need to even... our boss is going to actually die, so I need to somehow kill these guys without letting him die. Discard you. I'm going to cast you because that's just free stuff. Dripfall, I really don't want to let these guys attack regardless. This one's going to be dead. This one's dying. So I'm just going to Dripfall you, so that way you get stunned. Play that. Ooh, so now I'm going to discard the Titan's Tooth, so that way it just does its damage automatically. Play this. Play that. Unfortunately, our boss is going to die from the spikes damage, but I think we've got a good enough setup now that we don't need to worry about it. These guys are tanky enough, and we've got enough mana per turn, honestly. I can play this and that, and then these guys both die, so let's just do that. And then I'll play Preserve to keep Harness the Titan in our hand for next turn, which we can then use to upgrade Titan's Tooth even further. Now, Titan's Tooth is doing 25 damage. I'm going to play this anyways, because I want to make sure we keep it for the boss, which is about to spawn. Play that. Discard you. Play this. Oh, hey, we got it back again. So we'll just cast it again. Which gives us even more armor. We're at 104 armor. These guys literally have not actually taken any damage yet either. That's fantastic. And then I'm thinking, it doesn't really matter what we play here because it's just still going to have the same effect, just more armor. Alright. So it looks like our boys are going to end up dying, but here's what I'm going to do. Harness the Titan, improve all of our spells. Cast Offering Token. Use it on the Titan's Tooth. That's going to kill both those guys, and this guy is just going to take a lot of burn damage now. But then on top of that, if we just play this, we win. Oh shit, no, I'm bad. We lost our tank. I wasn't paying attention to that. But we got an artifact, 50% chance to apply silence when an enemy unit enters your train. Okay. That could be useful, I guess. And can't apply 1 armor to friendly units. This is something that we could use, but then also Glacial Seal, add Frostbite 2 to enemy units every time. Oh. I don't think having Sap is really going to help us too much. I'm thinking the Frostbite will be really strong, because our other guy is still already applying armor to himself regardless. So if we just get this, this will be probably the better choice. Apply Endless to a friendly unit. We need this. We can just use that on any guy that we get now, and he'll be ours forever. Okay, so I'm thinking we've got a pretty healthy pyre. I don't trust those caverns to not be too tempting. So if we go over here, we could just get a random trinket and then perhaps buy another trinket. Or actually, wait, what else do we have for spells? I really don't want to play our Glacial Seal if we're going into something that has thorns or like sweeping attacks. So I'm thinking we'll have to be very careful with that. Otherwise, making homemade burgers. Well, that sounds delicious. I hope they taste good. You know something? I'm all about RNG. Let's see what this cavern has for us. Actually, you know something? No, I changed my mind. Gold is better. Not to mention free stuff is better. Extinguish abilities trigger an additional time. We don't have extinguish abilities, so having this instead is better. Token of the Traitor. Playing a spell deals 2 damage to a random enemy. That is fantastic. And then we can come in here and then we might get another good one. Friendly units gain extinguish, apply 5 armor to the front friendly unit. All of these are kind of shit, actually. Because gain 7 embers on the first turn of the battle. We're not really going to struggle with ember on the first turn, I don't think. So having 7 on the first turn and we don't have a way to preserve it between turns, not helpful. Yeah, I said bless RNG and I abandoned it because I decided I wanted to go with the RNG in this shop here instead, and we didn't get good RNG. I'm not even going to reroll either because I doubt we'll have enough gold to buy whatever actually appears in here. I'd rather save it to upgrade our units later. Alright, so we got the Stealth Boy. So for the first 8 turns in combat, or actually for the first 13 turns in combat, this boss is not going to be able to get attacked. So we're going to have to be pretty careful about how we go about this. I don't think having this trial will be the problem here, though. Yeah, the RNG god got revenge when I decided to be a little wimp. Alright. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to put down our big boys. We'll play that. He's going to end up dying unless I do this. And so now this guy is going to be pretty low up on the next floor. Harness the Titan, +5 magic power. Well, first things first, I'm going to play that. I want to get rid of this thug out of my hand. Play this. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of Dripfall. Play this Glacial Seal. And now I can apply Endless to it. Harness the Titan. Cast a few more spells. This guy's gonna die. This guy's gonna take a lot of damage. This guy's almost gonna be dead. We're gonna end up losing this Collector. But I think that's a good trade-off. We can kill this guy up here on the higher floor with our knife. These guys are both gonna die to Frostbite. That's perfect. Now, here's what we can do. Enhance, harness the Titan. Now this is going to deal 20 damage. Discard it. That guy dies. These guys are going to die. Cast these two spells. Even more armor. And we have no risk of this guy actually dying. Because he's got Endless now. And we just keep applying more and more Frostbite thanks to his incant ability. Which is actually triggering twice because of our Founding Seal. So we are well on our way. So now here's what we can do. Dripfall. I say we Dripfall the biggest, baddest dude real quick. So we Dripfall you. Cast this. We use it on our Titan's Tooth to give it frozen offering token. Play that. We got Dripfall back, so we can actually apply Dazed to the middle guy as well. And so this guy, I don't think he's gonna bleed out, so I'm gonna help him along just a little bit, and now he should. And then we just use this to go through these guys. This guy is gonna definitely bleed out before the final floor, so I don't think we have an issue here. Yep, this guy's dying, this guy's dying. We got a brief respite, so I'm gonna cast these spells. This is actually stronger now, so, you know, I'm just going to kill this guy to get more damage on that. Cast this. Use it on this. I don't really care. It's all going to get used anyways. Cast this spell. Discard that. Just get our shields up as high as we can humanly get them. Isn't that a little OP? Well, it depends on what you think of when you're thinking of OP. Like, the boss literally... We cannot attack the boss for 13 turns in combat, so I don't have an issue with being a bit of a dick when it comes to how I play this game. Like, literally, all of our guys are about to die here, but 2 of them are going to get added back to our hand right at the start of the next turn. So we can use them back up on this floor, and then we'll just keep casting spells on the boss. But anyways, so we'll cast this. Subsuming Blade. Alright, so we are going to burn all the boss's stealth here. So that's good. Oh, never mind. We didn't burn all the boss's stealth. That was just all of the frostbite that was taking effect. So we'll play both of these. Enhance all cards with magic power. Play this. We can daze it for a turn. And now it dies because it doesn't attack for a turn, which just lets the frostbite tick. And I'm just gonna play that a little bit more, get some more stuff on it, and bam. Profit. We got 150 coins out of the extra challenge as well, which I quite appreciate. And now we can actually get the other totem, Guardian Stone. That could be useful. Or we could get another Glacial Seal. I'm thinking if we get 2 Glacial Seals, we could stack up the Frostbite really quickly. It's a tough choice, actually. I think helping everything survive is going to be better, because this will apply it to all of our units. This will apply its shield to all of our units, so it's probably going to be much nicer. Consume cards in hand and add a draft unit to your hand. Hang on, so if we consume, does that count? Endless, when this unit dies, return it to the top of the draw pile. I'm guessing that will not work with this very well. Triggering a unit's extinguish ability without killing it. We could get another subsuming blade, which is more targeted damage. So I don't think this is actually going to be very useful, because the getting drafts is not going to help us that much. So I think just getting another damage spell is the best idea. Alright, we're going to come up on our next boss now, Fell. So I really want to get another Endless upgrade, so that way we don't need to rely on that spell. Now I'm off to prepare the burgers. Alright, well, enjoy your dinner, man. It was nice seeing you. And stuff. Alright, so let's see if we can get Endless. Multi-strike and can't gain 1 armor. I will absolutely put that on our Guardian Stone. We want it to be able to survive. And then our Glacial Seal. I think we put this on there, added more damage, but then we want Endless. We do not have Endless, unfortunately. We're just gonna have to hope that RNG blesses us very nicely. Cave of 1,000 Eyes. Relinquish your life and your wealth, and you may be rewarded if you are deemed worthy. I'm gonna toss in some money. More tribute. I'll save the money. I'm gonna spend a teeny bit of health. Apply spell weakness 2 to enemy units when they enter the area below the pyre room. Honestly, not really worth it, but it's good when we have like that last stand situation. There's not really much else we can actually do here. And we could upgrade this thug so that way he's got more health. I think that might not be the worst idea. And we'll just leave it at that. Scourge cards to our hand and deck. Well, shit, actually, that won't be nice. Alright, so they're gonna keep adding Scourge cards to our hand. Deal 5 damage. Let's get rid of this, this chonky boy right here. And I'm gonna play our freeze card, so that way we can get our boss to stay in our hand. We don't really want the Guardian Stone right now, because it will literally just die if we put it out there without anything else. Actually, you know something? Our boss can take 1 hit for him, and then we'll have spells for next turn. Alright, so now we've got our thug. So we can play you out. And then let's play Titan's Tooth. Ancient Synergy. Let's play that. And then Drip Fall on you, so you fall back down. We've got to get rid of the Ultimate Penance. Subsuming Blade we cast on this guy just to get him out of the way. Or this one, actually, because he deals more damage. Then we can cast Titan's Tooth. Oh, we got the Harness the Titan spell, but you know something? Let's just cast that anyways. Let's put in our Glacial Seal, actually, as well. I should have done that right at the start. So now, Offering Token. Ooh. Oh, we don't have a Remnant Pact active yet, but we can't cast that this turn. So this guy's going to die. We're barely going to take any damage. We're pretty all set. Okay, so Harness the Titan. I'm going to play Preserve. Used it on our Titan's Tooth, even though it's going to be used anyways. Cast our Titan's Tooth. Ultimate Penance, okay. That's easy to deal with. So because you are currently the weakest link, I'm going to apply Endless to our Glacial Seal. Subsuming Blade, cast over there. We've got our other Subsuming Blade, but we're not really going to be able to kill anything with it, I don't think. Unless, actually, hang on a sec. Is there a way we could kill something? No, that'll just die outright. Alright, no, there's no way that we actually get a kill with our Subsuming Blade this turn, so I'm just gonna Grip Ball, Ancient Synergy, Titan's Tooth. Bell's got 41 Frostbite on her. That should be pretty nice for us. You're just gonna end up dying to your Frostbite. No big deals. To us. I'll kill you because you've got that debuff. You died anyways. That's perfect. Play this. And we're just gonna kill that guy outright as well. But, let's see. We can get the kill with this. Excellent. Thank God for that spell weakness artifact, actually. I said it might not be the best thing for us, but it actually turned out pretty nice. Okay, we gotta get rid of the Ultimate Penance again. I don't want any unnecessary damage. Harness the Titan. Boost up our damage. Let's get rid of our Parathian Thug. Since we do have more than enough mana for... Oh, I didn't mean to freeze it. I meant to... You know, that's okay. Daze you. I was thinking that it was the offering token that I was using. And Fel looks like she will die, but our boys are gonna take quite a beating in killing her. So here's what I'm gonna do. Enhance all spells with +5 power. Okay, the only one that doesn't have Endless is actually going to survive. So that's all we really needed. But I'm just going to really push how much damage we're doing here. Let's make it so Fel doesn't get to attack the first turn. Ancient Synergy. Subsuming Blade. This is what I like to see right here. Not a single person dies. And she's not even taking out all of our armor either on our front man. I think this is the strat. This is the strat for this challenge. $100 coins, rare pack, and major enhancement. Bounty Stalker. That is not gonna work because you have to die to work. I'm thinking Harness the Titan again would be good because Spike of the Stygian, it's a one and done thing. Yeah, I'm going to go for Harness the Titan again, and then we'll have 2 Harness the Titans. Although I did think about it, there are points when we have stuff that we can't actually use when we're on other floors. So maybe having the +1 Ember per turn is a good idea. Alright, we got 2 more fights. So this one and then the final boss. So we got another chance right here to actually try and get ourselves a, get another Endless upgrade. So I'm thinking we go for that rather than trying to duplicate a card. We got Endless again. Perfect. So let's throw that on our Guardian Stone. And there's no one else we really want to upgrade other than just trying to get Endless. We did not get Endless, so let's just leave it at that. But let's see what we can get over here. Wildwood Tome, Melting Remnant Pact. I think we get another one of these. That was going to be the card that I would have duplicated, if any, and we got it for free. Although, yeah, no, just having the Remnant Pact is better. All right, we're pretty kitted out. We got a small deck too, so like we got our high draw is helping us quite a bit. I honestly don't think having this extra Thug was really worth it in the grand scheme of things, though. So maybe getting rid of it to improve our draw is probably the best idea for now. So yeah, goodbye Thug. Could have been a good last stand kind of unit to like have him stand there and just absorb hits, but not really worth it. So now I'm thinking having Sweep with 20 damage and spell weakness, that could be good. Although we could max out our damage counter. Pretty much our entire deck is damaging spells, if any, though. So I'm not too concerned about having only -2 spell damage. So I'm thinking in that case, let's get the handheld totem bonus. And then we move on to this next boss. Who we got? Enemies enter with Spell Shield. That won't really help you since we're all incant abilities. 400 gold, that is definitely worth it. I'm thinking we just try this. I think our incant abilities should be able to protect us well enough. Although this... it's enemy units, so it's not even just normal enemies. It's the boss as well. And this boss could be a bit of a problem in that case. Especially since every time it's damaged, it gets more damage. Let's just go for it. We just gotta go for it. Alright, so we got our big setup right here. Guardian Stone, Thug, and then we'll have you in the back. Offering Token. We're gonna probably want to use Drip Fall on one of them, so that way they can't attack. So Harness the Titan. You're not gonna really come in handy here. So Drip Fall. Let's use you. And then I think this should do it. Yeah, so we're going to survive this turn, and then we can just keep building up our armor. Remnant Pact. I didn't want you right now. This is actually kind of ruining our draw situation right here. So this isn't really going to do that much damage, but it will still trigger our incant abilities. I should have used this, but that's okay. You know something? I'll play this on our boss, because we only have one other unit we'd actually want to use it for. Oh, but he's gonna... Alright, so hang on. Rough math real quick. You're gonna deal 20 damage. You're gonna deal 8 damage. That's 28. If I cast another spell, you're gonna end up gaining only 4 more armor. So, you know something? I have to use my other Remnant Pact if I want to save him. Although, actually, no, he is just going to respawn. He's just going to respawn anyways. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it literally does not matter. I'm going to give up that gold, but that's fine. Get you back up front. Subsuming Blade. Let's get an easy kill off on a deadly opponent. Offering Token, Titan's Tooth. This guy will actually make it to our pyre room, sadly. So we just gotta kind of let him go. It's unfortunate we haven't had anyone reach it since our first battle, but that's okay. So cast more spells down here. I think we really just gotta kind of worry about killing the damage dealers at this point. Use Subsuming Knife up there. Cast Offering. Use our Titan's Tooth with that. That's going to put Frostbite. All these guys are going to die. Glacial Seal. We're going to have to throw you in here. No one has Sweep, so I should have put the Glacial Seal in there before. That is a bit of a misplay on my part. That's okay. And it doesn't really matter what we use here. We're not going to really get much out of it. That guy's going to die. This guy is not going to die, but we can't do much about that. Our Thug is going to die again, but he's got Endless, so we should be good. Titan's Tooth. Play that. We'll take you out. You're going to end up reaching the pyre room as well, so that's not good. Yeah, I can't really do anything about that, sadly. That guy's going to die to Frostbite, though, so I'll just play this down here and get more armor. Alright, so we can play the Remnant Pact on our stone now, and now everyone is all kitted out. We can kill this guy. Grip Fall you down. No cards to apply that to, but that's okay. Alright, now we make an offering that they cannot refuse. So we cast this. Get rid of that guy. Enhance all spells. Guess we got to discard. Alright, so this guy's going to take half his health and damage. We applied a lot of spell weakness to him. So I'm thinking if we get off a really strong spell real quick. Well, first things first, let's lay all our cards on the table. Everyone's gonna die here, but it will hopefully be enough to do damage to him. So he's gonna kill one with each strike, but he should just die now. Yeah, that's the way it goes. We lost a little bit of health that time, but, you know, I think that was a worthy trade. Kill a random friendly unit, kill a random non-boss unit. Spells only affect one floor. So we could use this on our, on like our mid floors, I think. I don't know exactly how it works, but if something isn't on our side, but it's on the enemy side, it might still work. I've never actually used the card before, but we'll find out. We'll find out in literally the final battle. So we got the Remnant Pacts. We've got our Guardian Stones, our Glacial Seals. I'm thinking we could go upgrade our spells instead of going elsewhere. But... or even double our cards. But I think we want the extra pyre health in the event something slips through. Let's take a look at what's already in the shops. Gain 5 Ember when a tomb unit dies, or when you summon a second unit during a turn. That's not really worth it. We might re-roll into something. Nothing we would really want here. Let's see if we can re-roll into a better ability. Quick. Also, nothing really that we want, I don't think. Because we want endless. Although, actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put more health on you. And then let's just go spend the remainder of our gold on artifacts. So 2 units would get burnout 1. Now, the only 2 unit we actually have is our thug. So when you summon the second unit during a turn, this could be useful to give us more mana sustain. So let's get that and then re-roll. When you play your 3rd spell of the turn, all cards gain +1 magic power. That's going to be really strong. And then enemies enter with Frostbite too. That'll just add a little bit of extra damage. I think we've got a good setup now. We can totally beat Seraph. And we'll remove half of any buff and debuff stacks. That isn't something that I'm too concerned about, since most we've got is just a little bit of armor. Oh, but she's going to keep summoning shit. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play down both of these. Play Dripfall on you because I can't kill you. But what I can do is I can cast Subsuming Blade on you. And then we'll just deal 42 damage to you. And then the second we get Titan's Tooth, we should be well suited to whatever we need. Oh, this guy's got sweep, actually. I really wish that we had, You know something? We might... I'm not gonna let our boss die. I think we gotta keep our boss in the game here. So we're gonna have to let the Glacial Seal sit for right now. But that's okay, because we can just freeze it. Both of them are going to end up dying, actually. But both of these guys will die. All of these guys will end up dying as well. Alright, Subsuming Blade. Shit, that's not enough. Alright, well anyways, let's get our Guardian Stone and our Harathian Thug out. Get you in there. We'll kill the guy with the most damage. Actually, wait, hang on. So now we can put you... You're now endless. So we can start our combo. This guy, I just want to be able to die after 1 hit from our Pyre, since we can't do anything else right now. Actually, hang on. If I do this... Now he dies. And +1 magic power. It is a flawless plan. We want both of these guys to die, so let's test this real quick. Yeah, it doesn't kill any of our units if they're not on that floor, so we can use that as like a wave clear thing. Or not full wave clear, but you know what I mean. So Dripfall, let's freeze the guy that does the most damage. And then we'll play Titan's Tooth. Discard this Glacial Seal since we don't want it to get involved in the fighting. This guy's gonna end up having to get up there, but that's okay. Because then we can just hit him with the Subsuming Blade, which is extremely strong right now. They hit us with quite a bit of spell weakness. So we won't actually be able to play our Titan's Tooth this turn, unfortunately, because I made a bad mistake. Our ruffian, our thug is going to end up dying, but that's okay. But we'll just have to deal with it. Harness the Titan. Discard. We'll get our Titan's Tooth. Now we can play Harness the Titan again. 60 damage. Well, you'll be taking quite a bit more than that. That's going to be even stronger. We can kill you, potentially. No, we can't, but we'll just debuff the Seraph even more. Alright, so offering Titan's Tooth. If I do this, he should take a lot of damage, and he will literally just die next turn. Although I should have just used Crushing Demise, but I'll use that up here. Even though that was not worth it. Drip Fall, I'll use that on... They don't have the guy that causes... that causes Ember Drain. Finish you off, because you're just tanking. We don't want you to tank. Final wave. Well, isn't that funny? So we'll phase you. Hit him with this. Subsuming Blade. I'm gonna freeze for a minute. I know there was no point to freezing it, but I froze it because I can. And you know something? I don't think I'll have enough mana to play all these cards because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I will. I will have enough if it comes to this floor. It's got Spell Weakness 9 on it right now. So now here's what we can do. We play all of our cards back literally exactly where they were. We can kill this guy and upgrade this Titan's Tooth. And then we're just going to have to hope getting a last stand is good enough. Alright, what do we have here? We've got to have something that we can use. We're probably going to end up having to rely on the Pyre to actually deal the final blow, sadly. But that is okay, honestly. So you guys don't actually have any health, really, so I'm going to put you in front. Enhanced spells with +5 damage. Then we use this. So she's going to take 199 damage here. I don't think we did it. No. We barely messed it up. We did every challenge. You can enable this card frame in the logbook. Oh. We did pretty good, all things considered. Normally you don't get like above 25k for your challenge. If you fail it. Let's look at our summary though. So we only took damage, and we took actually the same amount of damage in our first fight and second to last and last fight. Unfortunately, we did not do nearly enough. 99% boss damage bonus. We dealt 99% of the boss's health. Not good enough, sadly. But that's actually a strategy that I learned only the other day when I was playing this in my off time. Just permadeath with Endless. You don't need to worry about permadeath suddenly. It's funny. But It was a tough battle, and we unfortunately did not succeed. I do like the setup that we had for artifacts, though. We started with the Incant, which was really the Founding Seal, which is really what saved our ass quite a bit. And then we went to the Seaweed, not really helpful. Maybe we should have just gone for more gold. Playing a spell, the Token of the Trader, yeah, that was good. The Totem Fragment really helped out more often than it didn't. And then this was not very helpful, but we just did it because we were buying stuff with our excess gold. But oh well. And we could try it again. We got rank 404, actually. What was the highest rank? 50,000, 5,800, 50,800? Okay. But so actually, I'm thinking we just do some community challenges now, just to see what other people have been doing. So most popular is this one. It's only a Covenant 1 challenge. And so we gain an artifact after every battle. Triggered abilities trigger an additional time, and friendly units start at size of 1. Let's try it, actually. Alright, so we got Making of a Morsel, Welder Helper, and Feast. Pretty good cards to start with. So I'm not too concerned about actually having all the extra space, so having Trample is probably going to be better. Especially since everything is only 1 in size anyways. Oh, wait, no, he's got 2 now because we just upgraded him. They start at 1. That's okay. The first time an enemy unit dies, add 2 morsel units to your hand. I think having this would probably be better, the vapor funnel. It'll make it so that way every time they enter our pyre room, we will not have to worry about them too much. Spikes, I'm not too worried about the spikes. Let's just try it. Trials always. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. We've got 40 damage, so actually we should literally just kill him outright. And we'll just use these guys, which will give our boss quite a bit of extra health. So let's use this torch real quick just to take that. And then Making of a Morsel. Again, we'll play that. Get some extra health left. Trigger feeding on morsel units. Sadly, not really going to be helpful here, I don't think. Just because he's going to feed on them anyways. It's not really worth using it. So now we can play both of these. Give our boy some extra armor. Kill that. And then we'll make room for one more unit right now. Because now we've got lifesteal. They didn't even make it past our first floor. So we got the Resonant Shard. Rage adds an additional 1 attack per stack. That's going to be pretty useful. Don't want Crucible Extension. I see. So this is actually something that I learned a while back, but so we can use the card that I just picked up, the Perils of Production. Now normally it would apply Ember Drain, but if you use it on a morsel unit, the morsel gets consumed before the Ember Drain actually kicks in. And then Hornbreak, that could be useful for the big tanky guys that have a lot of shield. But at the same time, Molting Imp is actually just too good to pass up. And you know something? Let's, I think we take a spin at the Hellhorn units, because we don't really need to worry about getting Gorge abilities or anything. That'll just be something we get for our boss later. So, let's go to the Merchant of Magic real quick, because we're not going to get a spell out of that banner. We can reduce the cost of making of a morsel That sounds good. And then having more damage on one of our spells, actually not too bad. Permafrost, let's throw that on our Feast, so that way we can keep that when we really want to use it. And then I'll just leave our upgrades at that and get ourselves a new minion. Alpha Fiend versus the Steelworker. I'm a fan of the Steelworker as a tank, just because he continually builds up armor. Okay, so enemy units enter with armor 10. That shouldn't be an issue. Yeah. Most they have is 40 health. So that's not too big of an issue for us. Here's what I'll do. I'll do this. I'll put down Penumbra. And then our Steelworker. Get ourselves a morsel. You know, it's not really going to do anything different, but let's just throw it on here so I can demonstrate what it's really going to be doing. But in essence, this only triggers right at the start of a turn. So if we just let this trigger, like, see, we still have +3, it's just going to subtract a certain amount of Ember from us when we start our next turn. But he's not there at the start of our next turn. So it doesn't actually make a difference. And so let's get ourselves some Morsel Miners. Can use these to buff up our Steelworker. These guys are just healers. We don't even need to worry about them. Let's just add ourselves some more morsels. And actually, I wasn't even really thinking about it, but yeah, having the highly reactive bonus is pretty good because every time one of these guys is eaten, they trigger an effect. So they'll just keep giving double the bonus that they should. Boss is already going to die, so we don't really need to do anything. He doesn't have any bonuses like lifesteal, so actually throwing in these train stewards, or actually I'll throw in the welder helper, and then throwing in a train steward, really not going to affect that much, but it just makes it a little bit faster. Alright, so we got the first Hell Pact. X-cost cards get their X-cost increased by 3. I'm thinking we've got a lot going for us right now in terms of the morsels, so let's go for the Primal Dust, since we did just also get that bonus for X-cost cards. Ritual Battle, that sounds pretty fun to play with. Deranged Brute Rage adds an additional +3 per stack. As much as I love the Morsel Maker, I'm gonna go for the Deranged Brute. I've never really played around with him, but now that we have the little shard that's giving us even more rage damage, anyways, probably not a bad idea. Let's see what we get for an Umbra unit. Gorge, restore 10 health, deal 10 damage to enemy units. That sounds pretty good. Upgrade with Rage 7. You know something? Having Rage 7 on the Deranged Brute probably sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna be honest. And you know what's even better? Let's give him the Large Stone, too. No, let's give the Large Stone to our Shadow Eater, because then he'll actually have some damage and more max health. Pretty good combo, I think. Then we can come here and then just take a look at this. Ooh. Alright, now that we're not actually in like a really tough challenge, I'm thinking we just actually spend pyre health, like a lot of pyre health, just to get as many coins as possible. And we could actually use that to reroll. Get endless. That could be pretty strong on our imp right here, because then we just throw him out in the front as like a face tank for 1 hit, and then also it'll deal 5 damage to all units when he's first summoned. 10 damage, actually, because it triggers twice. And then our deranged brute, actually, our steelworker, I think I'll boost his damage a teeny bit. I think that was a pretty good use of our cash. Now we got Daedalus, so let's see what we can deal with him. Constructed explosives enter with damage shield. Not going to be too difficult. Let's throw in our tanky boy up front. Get rid of you. And then both these guys are going to die. Alright, so now this is where this is what I meant from before. This is going to trigger twice, so this damage shield is going to get triggered right away. But then also, it'll just destroy the explosive. I'm just going to play the Shade Splitter so that way we get our little bonus minion in our deck. And then because this guy is endless, we can just keep summoning him for more damage. Although, actually... You know something? Yeah, I will just summon him for more damage. Arguably our best call here. And then what I can do is I can do that. And then put Ritual of Battle on our main boy. He's gonna die, so the Ember Drain doesn't kick in. Cast Making of a Morsel to add another Morsel Miner to our deck. And, you know, I'll put the Morsel Miner up there. Morsel Miner's gonna die, but that's okay, I guess. We've got our other Making of a Morsel. Let's just summon you again. You're gonna be our face tank for 1 hit. Die. That's fine. I'm thinking we apply damage shield to our big boy here, so that way he's not going to be at any risk. And yeah, Daedalus just dies. So let's see how much rage is really affected here. So +3 per stack, +1 per stack. So that is going to be a total of, that's going to be a total of 6 damage per stack. So he's got 52 just from 7 rage. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. Ashes of the Fallen. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. So now we're getting 3 triggers of all the imp abilities. That's pretty good. Create 3 copies of a morsel unit, double armor on a unit, or kindle. I'm thinking if we kindle, that could be pretty good, because then we have our primal dust. If we combine that with kindle, we could get a pretty massive setup for like a big tank to just stand there. And I'm thinking we go for more ember per turn. We could use some more. Let's get ourselves another steelworker though. Some more ember per turn. And I'm also thinking, let's get ourselves more artifacts. Because, you know, we've already got a lot of artifacts. Why not have a few more? Merchant costs reduced by 20%. Or we get the advanced prototype. I love the advanced prototype, actually. It's a pretty good, artifact. So let's grab that. Wow, the game really wants us to get a rail beater. But now that we actually have the ability to summon it, with our increased mana, or our increased Ember. We can take our Demon Fiend. Keep increasing the size of our boss, or make him gorge ability, like having a gorge ability. I like the gorge ability actually, because that'll also trigger an additional time when eating things. Non-boss enemies get multi-strike. That's fine. We had an extra artifact after this battle. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this. Apply damage shield. Actually, wait, he's not gonna take any damage because he deals the same amount of damage that he'd be taking. That's kind of funny. Ooh, they're actually gonna get up to the top floor. So I'm gonna play. I'll play you two up here, actually. And then I'm gonna put the 5 damage shield on our boss. Let's put down our new and improved train steward as well. He'll be our face tank for a minute. And all these guys die, which is perfect. You need to die, so I'm gonna put my other steel worker up here, along with our shadow eater. Alright, now we've actually got our morsel cards. This is good. So we'll just throw, we'll throw some rage on you. And then we can also throw this guy up at the front. And so that triggered 3 times, so we got 15 damage out of summoning this one imp. It's beautiful. Beautiful damage. Let's throw another train steward up here so that way the other one doesn't die. And he's gonna be so big when this is over. Our boss is gonna be so big. Just play that real quick. I do not want to trigger feeding on morsel units, because then that just completely ruins the whole point of setting it up like this, where he dies, then you get to feed, and it's okay. We'll figure it out. Just let it play out. More morsels, which will be really good to have, especially the morsel jeweler. That's pretty nice. We'll just throw you down. You're gonna end up getting killed again, but that's fine. Ritual of Battle. Yeah, sure. Why not? And then we'll get our imp. We'll get ourselves a train steward down here as well. And sure, you know something? Why not? Give him 60 armor, too. This imp literally doesn't even die. He is just too much of a beast. So we got 2 artifacts from that. The Commemorative Spike and the Chain of Gems. At the start of battle, summon a morsel miner on each floor. Perfect. Perfect. Apply damage shield 2 to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. Now, this is actually something I really like. Having just more raw ember every single turn. Although, maybe getting ourselves the Ember Forge would probably be better in that regard, because it doesn't offer a real detriment. And it actually offers more Ember per turn. So let's just get the Ember. Let's get the Ember Forge. Double the amount of rage on friendly units. That could be good. but I'm thinking the Rage Serum just to apply more Rage, or, yeah, you know something, just get Last Stand. Last Stand seems like it would probably be better overall. A foe awaits you. Well, we could go buy artifacts. And as we already know, I'm all for getting more artifacts. Start of battle, summon 4 random units from your deck on the middle floor. That sounds great. Restore some fire health. And then let's buy ourselves a artifact or 2. Deal 3 damage to the rear enemy unit when a morsel unit is eaten. So I'm guessing this is probably going to be triggered abilities on friendly units. Okay, so no, this isn't going to be triggered very much, but having an extra 3 damage, that's still pretty good. We could always roll the dice and get another set of items to look at. You know something? I'm thinking we re-roll. Gorge abilities trigger an additional time. That is perfect. Or Rage. Rage not decaying. That's basically just a permanent buff at that point. This is tough now. Gain 7 Ember in the first turn of battle. Not really going to help us. So really, it's between these two. These are both really good abilities, but we've only got 1 unit with a Gorge ability, which is our boss. So this will trigger 3 times. So we'll get 9 additional attack and 3 additional health every time we eat something. You know something? I think that's more worth it. Enemy units enter with spell shield. Sure, that's fine. We're not even worried about what the trials are. We're just going to go in and then smack people. Oh, that's beautiful, actually. This guy's going to eat and deal some extra damage. We have so much stuff just lined up here, actually. That's funny. I'm going to throw you up there along with a couple of the train stewards. Add a morsel miner to my hand. Don't mind if I do. All of these should die, but just to make sure. Let's lay down the law a bit more. Having all of our stewards up top, actually, it's not a bad idea because they'll just deal 40 flat damage every time they attack. Our imp. Now, we could play down our imp here. Oh, this guy's got sweep, actually. Shit. No, that's not going to work very well. Yeah, our morsels are just going to die. Which isn't very nice, but we'll have to put up with it, I guess. I'll just double rage on friendly units up here because I'm not going to use this card anyways. Or I'm not going to use it any other way, most likely. Okay, add a morsel miner to my hand. Oh, wait, no, it's just gonna go to the imp because he's not gonna die. That's funny. But I'll apply damage shield to our boss here. I could give this guy 116 attack. I don't think that's really necessary, but we can. You know, I'm gonna do it. Wait, hang on. So first things first. Alright. This boss should not survive all that well, I don't think, against us. Oh god, I didn't mean to... What the hell's going on? What the hell? I have no idea what that just was, if anyone else heard that. Okay. It sounded like it was coming from my soundboard, but I don't even have any hotkeys assigned, and keybinds are disabled, so I don't know what the hell triggered that. I didn't even hit anything. Yeah, he's just gonna die. Another battle down, another artifact added to the kit. Cards with consume have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. Sure, why not? You know something? Sure, let's get the Crucible extension, I guess. We got enough stuff. Fire Chomper. Why not? More fodder to be put in the front line. So we're going to be going into Fell next. So I'm thinking... Let's just go... there's not really much else I want to do to upgrade, I don't think. Let's just try and heal up, and then let's see what we can upgrade for spells real quick. Remove Consume. So removing Consume isn't actually going to affect us too much on the X-Cost abilities, because they all cost 3 less anyways. So actually, you know something? This is probably the best thing to spend it on, just Kindle. Upgrade with 20 magic power. No, I'm just going to leave it for now. Let's see what we got in the caverns here. Ooh. Phantom remains of a train. Let's see. You know, let's get ourselves a Stygian Guard card. Apply spell weakness. Okay. After much creaking and groaning, the train continues to stand relatively intact. So let's get... I don't really know how this event fully works, so if there's an optimal way to get like 3 free cards out of this every time, I don't know. Let's get the Awoken card. Apply regen, sure. No. Alrighty. So we got a few cards out of that. But they're not the greatest cards. You know, I'm just gonna reduce the cost of Crucible Extension, actually. And then let's see what we get for a reroll. Permafrost, lower cost. Let's just make Crucible Extension a cantrip, or we could... Let's lower the cost of Ritual of Battle. And give it... And let's give Kindle Permafrost, so that way if we do need it, we can just cast it. Adding Scourge cards to our hand, okay. Alright, so we gotta get rid of that, of course. Let's play you down here. And give you some more lovely morsels, my king. got lifesteal, okay. So he should be all right for the time being. All these guys are gonna die thanks to trample. I'm gonna put the deranged brute up top because we want to get rid of this so that way these guys can both die next turn. We have to get rid of both of these. Plain and simple. I really want this imp to die, but there's not much I can do about it. Let's throw some more rage on our deranged brute. Get ourselves a morsel miner. And let's also give you guys a another companion up here. Let's get rid of you. Let's throw the wildwood sap on you. That got just discarded, which is fantastic. Throw another train steward up there. We have a lot of crap in our hand, unfortunately. So let's fix that real quick. We're just going to keep this in our hands since casting it now won't really do anything for us. More morsels. Perfect, perfect. We got to get buff. Got more mana. We could get 36 Ember this turn. Not that it'll make a fucking difference. Just play more train stewards up top. Because train stewards are always fun. Reveal from penance. Let's get another making of a morsel out there. You know, it'd be nice if this molting imp would die. I still want him to die, but like he just doesn't want to. I don't get it. Final wave though, we can handle this. Just give him a little bit of extra damage the first turn. And you know something? Sure, let's apply spell weakness. Wildwood sap. Let's apply that to our boy up here because he's kind of tanking right now. Prepping more for the boss. Throw that up there. Not much else we can really do because they're all clogged up, but feeling quite a bit of damage already. Not that bad. Actually, you know something? Just to get it out of our hand, I will cast that. I don't know why I didn't before. Fel's gonna die anyways, but just to add real insult to injury, let's just throw this out here. We got 12 now. Apply 15 damage shield, and now we take no damage. Tempered Talisman. I like it. Tempered Talisman's a good card. Or a good artifact. So we've got Forever Consumed. Deal damage to the front enemy unit. You know something? Let's get some more room on this train. This train's a little bit small and cramped. more artifacts. It's tempting me. It's really tempting me. You know something? Let's go for the more artifacts. Upgrade this to cost 0. Upgrade this to cost 1. I like that, actually, a lot more. Let's get ourselves an artifact. The first time you summon your... When you summon your first morsel unit each turn, draw 1. Yeah, why not? So better Gorge or generally better stats and larger. I'm going for the better Gorge because that's just going to stack up real quick with our double triggered abilities. And let's re-roll real quick to see what we can get. Holdover, that's pretty good. I think we put that on what's it? On our Crucible extension, maybe? Because then we can literally just have a massive fucking train down at the bottom. Let's get some magic power up in here. We want some more damages. Non-boss units get +8 attack. That's fine. Let's throw Penumbra down here. And then, you know something? Let's throw a Deranged Brute as well. Actually, hang on a sec. Steelworker, you get in front. Oh, wait a second. Problem solved. I was like, holy shit, this guy's just gonna one-shot our boss. No, he isn't. Let's throw the Deranged Brute back up top. First things first, let's get ourselves this out here. And then we play another torch spell. We can get that out. Cast this. Suddenly this guy is guaranteed to die. We are just growing so rapidly. But they still deal so much damage. I don't like it. Let's get ourselves a Steward up in front so that way it takes the brunt of the damage. It's gonna die. That's okay. Stewards are good boys. They understand that they need to die sometimes. More Ember per turn. That's good. That's real good. You know something? Let's use that. I don't really care for it. We are just getting so huge, and we still have our Crucible extension to, like, really build this place up down here. Let's get the, let's get the Imp Brigade up here, so that way we can, tank a little bit more. Alright, double rage. That's good. I like doubled rage. Unfortunately, this imp still is not dead. The boss is not allowed to have multi-attack, so that's fine. Let me just trigger feeding on morsel units real quick. Get a little big Chungus in here. Get a lot of Ember, and then just let it run. I don't think it helps that our boss has like 300 attack, 200 attack. Jack strips, that's a powerful artifact. I love the jack strips. Let's get Grovel. Apply damage shield. I don't really want any of these cards, so I'm just going to pass it. Alright. Seraph the Diligent will devour your spells. You better bring more of them if you hope to succeed. Well, it's a good thing we aren't really spell-focused. I mean, sure, our morsels are going to definitely suffer quite a bit, but... Oh, I did not want to go that way. Well, we're going this way now. So here's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to get rid of a few cards out of our deck. Or actually, no, wait, I don't want to get rid of cards. I want to get rid of, I want to duplicate. And here's what I'm thinking of. We should get ourselves a... I don't really know, honestly. It's kind of a tough choice. Double stack. Double stack sounds good. Let's add... I can't add it to Ritual of Battle because we maxed it out. Fantastic. 20 bonus power. Let's just throw that on. These are going to get consumed anyways. Last Stand also already has consume. I'm not too concerned about it, but let's just power things up as much as we can. Double stack. Add 10 regen. That's kind of alright. Duplicate a card. Let's see if we can take advantage of what's it? Let's see if we can take advantage of Ritual of Battle a bit more, actually. Units cost -2. I don't know how much that's gonna help us, I'll be honest. But let's just re-roll. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. Now that's definitely not gonna help us. Actually, wait. Oh shit! If I saved double stack, that would have been perfect. You know something? Let's just get these two and then call it. We've got a plethora of artifacts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 artifacts. I think we're set up very nicely. I don't think we should lose this. Not to mention that one artifact that prevents cards from being consumed should hopefully work well enough. Let's play ourselves a, our Deranged Brute up here. Or actually, no, something, our Shadow Eater with our Deranged Brute behind it. Consume. This was originally consumed, so I'm not too concerned about it. But actually, you know something? Let's throw our demon friend up here. Not demon fiend, he's a demon friend. Vengeful Shard, get rid of that. Sure, let's just cast this so we can get rid of it. Put some rage on. Get some more morsels out. This is going to be consumed anyways. And then 270 plus 3 damage. Double the amount of rage on friendly units. Don't mind if I do. So let's throw these down. Our imp is going to die, which is exactly what we want. then we can take advantage of the fact that this guy's gonna die. And actually, yeah, I should have used the other torch, to be honest. But actually, no, it's better to save it for when spells are gonna... for when I have more spells in my hand. This guy should die again? No, he's not gonna die, is the problem. He's literally not gonna die no matter where I put him. So I just gotta let him sit. Now he's gonna die. Okay. This one, Feast, is not really helping us out. Apply damage shield 1 and get 2 morsel units. Let's bring you up here to act as another defensive barrier. It's kind of turning into a rough one here, but we still got it. Imp, get out there. Wait, why are you suddenly gonna... Oh, because it's the final fight. So actually, in that case, this really doesn't matter. We just win. Let's play down our Imp Boy again. This is really the MVP. This one Molting Imp that just has Endless on it. He's been the real MVP this whole run. But since we're gonna win... Total 10,000 points, and now let's see. What's our final score? I didn't actually keep track of it all that well. Hell is saved! Hooray! Okay, let's see how well we did. 43,505. Okay. Now, how well does that compare to everyone else? We're 99 on the leaderboard. We're in the top 100. Okay, that's not bad. Put it into perspective. We're only about 4,000, 5,000 off from the actual top score. Excuse me. Could have been better, but you know, we didn't really play it in the most optimal fashion. So I'm thinking I'll play one more run, and actually I quite like the look of this one right here. That has Dante and the junked up modifier. So I'm gonna try this challenge right here, which is Touch Privacy House. You start as Umbra and have the Melting Remnant as your allied clan. We've got the Puny Things modifier once again, which is all units start at size 1. Dante's Comedy, which gives us Dante the Deceptive and 3 of Dante's Candle. That's also pretty good. And then Junked Up, which is just going to give us 8 more Blight cards in our deck. Not really the hardest thing. But so, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a very short break. So that way I can stretch, use the restroom and whatnot, and then I'll come back and I'll do this run. So, oops. Not mean to do that. I meant to... Here we go. So, I will be back in like 5-ish minutes. After which we will pick this up. And probably do pretty well. I have a good feeling about it. But anything can happen if the RNG gods are not very happy with us. So I will be right back. Alright, I am back. And I actually thought about it a teeny bit. So, this seems like a great challenge and all. But, why do it their way when I can do it my way? So I have a tiny modification I'd actually like to make to this challenge. So I'm going to do it in a standard run, not in the challenge mode. But we can put in our own mutators and whatnot. So here's what we've got. This is the huge list of all the modifiers and mutators that we can put into our starting kit. So first things first, we want Dante's comedy. That's the point of the whole thing. But then, here's the thing. What if we said Dante was our champion? And then finally we add Junked Up. Unfortunately, we can only have up to 3 mutators. Otherwise, there's another one I'd like to add, which is, where is it? It adds a bunch of dead weights to our deck. 5 dead weights to our starting deck. So that would be awesome. But unfortunately, we don't have the ability to do that. So we're going to be just using Dante with everything else that we got. So, let's just jump right in. Now we got to think about what do we want for our clans. Now our boss isn't really gonna, like, our leader isn't really gonna matter. So having primary or secondary is only just gonna determine, like, which cards come into contact with us more often. I'm thinking if we really want to focus on just Dante, having Umbra and the Awoken rather, are probably going to be our best bet because they both focus on, like, buffing their units. Except the Umbra just focus on it passively, whereas the Awoken focus on it more actively by using spells. But hopefully they can synergize quite well together for this. So the thing about the Dante modifier, like the Dante mutator, is that Dante actually has a unique passive that makes him start in your hand at the start of every single match, kind of like your champion would. Sorry, I was just a little bit hungry, so I decided to grab myself some gum. But so let's, like, look at him real quick. Intrinsic starts in your opening hand. And this is the big thing about Dante right here. When played, gains a stack of multi-strike for each blight card in your deck. Now, currently, he's going to get 12 because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12 blight cards. So he'll be dealing 3 times 12 damage. Pretty good. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. That sounds pretty good. I'll go with that. We'll want to be able to upgrade our spells quite a bit in this run, I think. Non-boss units enter with spikes 3. Now, normally I'd jump on this, but the problem is spikes triggers every time you hit them, and hitting them 12 times is just going to kill Dante before he even gets a kill on some of these guys. So, let's say no to that one for right now. Alright. Here's what we gotta do. We gotta play Dante. Let's give him the regen so he survives, and then get rid of his candle so that way it isn't gonna burn us. But as you can see, that was quite a bit of damage we just did. Let's throw that out there. Deal 3 damage and then add rare or uncommon morsel units. That's good. This morsel's gonna attack as well, which should help finish off that guy. And then Dante is just gonna get stronger. We can throw our train steward up here in the meantime to deal a little bit more damage to him. Throw another train steward up there. And in essence, though, every attack buff we give Dante, whether it's Rage or Morsels or whatever, is going to be multiplied 13 times. So we just gave him 4 more attack, but in essence, we actually gave him 4 times an additional 13 attack. So, like, now he's got 11 times 13 is his actual attack. Like, that's how much damage he does every single turn. And, like, the boss literally dies without us doing anything. And so I quite like this kind of build setup. I tried it on my own time at one point. Let's get some more morsels to feed into Dante. We want him to be as strong as possible. And then Ensnare is actually a pretty good card to have because it gives us higher draw, so let's just grab that. So while I did get the Lightstone casing that gives us more spell upgrade slots, I want to go upgrade units because Dante still has his own upgrade slots that we can make use of. And so it would probably be a good idea to boost him as much as possible. So first things first, if he is going to be our boss, one thing that we can do is we can give him the Large Stone. Now he's going to just be literally unstoppable with this. And we really don't have to worry about upgrading him at all anymore. But if we also get Quick on him, he just lays out all of his attacks instantly without anyone having the ability to fight back. Unfortunately, we won't really be able to do that right now, so I'm just gonna go through and then upgrade our Thorned Hollow with some extra attack, some extra health. Enemy units enter with 10 armor. Like, that's ever gonna mean anything. Alright, we gotta play our Dante's Candle, get that out of our hand. But both these guys die. And there's nothing that anyone can do anything about it. I'm gonna throw our Train Steward up front to absorb a hit. And I'm gonna throw another Train Steward up there, so that way he can take out that guy. And because this really isn't only gonna give us just some more mana for next turn, I'm just gonna use it. That's okay, you got some more attack. You're just gonna kill him faster. That's fine. A brief respite. Well. Let's just leave it. Not really getting lucky with our morsel units, but that's okay because we are just going to demolish this man outright. He does not stand a chance against the fury of Dante. With 18 attack. Even though he had thorns, Dante with the large stone now, he can just tank it. It does not matter. Let's get some more packed morsels. And then the Steel Enhancer is actually an extremely good card, so let's just get that. Husk Hermit, also pretty good, especially if we can get a bit more attack and a multi-attack. Alright, we still don't have that much gold, so let's just go down this route where we don't really spend any. Cards with Consume have a 50% chance to not be consumed. That could be good for the few cards that we have that do have Consume. We've only got 2 of them of the same kind. So we could use that, but then just having extra Pyre health each time, that's too good to pass up. Overgorge, your gorge gain +2 damage permanently. That's actually really strong, so let's take that. I trust the realism smooth. Do you want to use one of these? Get automatic rail spikes. I hate all of these, actually. These are some of the worst cards in the game, hands down. Every time they die, they add more of themselves to your deck. And it's like, why do I want this? Like, this just will bog up your deck. Hands down. Like, sure, you could try to upgrade it before you let it die, but why? Like, it's already, by base, such a bad card. There's no point to take either of them. So that was essentially just a waste of a cavern there. Because we got that event. It's never a good choice. Alright, so the bombs are going to have damage shield on them. That's fine, honestly. Dante, on the other hand, he's going to be a beast. I'm going to throw our Thorn Hollow up here just to take care of any stragglers. So this is actually the funny part right here, because you can see, we're just going to make our way through all of these guys. I just want to throw him up there to absorb the bomb blast. We're going to make our way through all of these guys and then just hit the boss right now. So, Dante actually pretty strong when it comes to just outright killing the boss before he even gets to his starting phase, like his actual combat phase. Let's throw these in here. Just because I want to get rid of him out of my draw, yeah, we can just throw that up there. Enhance a unit, yes please. Give him some damage shield. Give him more health, or actually, yeah, more health. More health seems like it would be better. Let's just cast these. Just throw them up there for any old crap that we pick up if we just want to throw it up there to get some more ember. So yeah, we don't take any damage this turn because of the damage shield, and then we just demolish the boss instantly. To make it even more of a demolishing blow, let's just, we can't move him, but you know what? Doesn't matter. So, Dante with the junked up modifier, actually a very strong combo. It tends to be pretty strong in general, but like I just felt it feels much stronger if you also have a champion on top of that. So I just decided to get rid of our champion altogether. Morsel Maker, we can put this with Dante and then he'll just passively generate shit for us to continually keep scaling. So that's pretty nice. Let's get ourselves, I think, more draw per turn. We need more draw since we're lacking in that regard right now. And then let's see if we can get ourselves a lovely upgrade for Dante. Endless could be good, but I'm not really interested in that. Endless could actually be real good on the Overgorgers, since every time they die, they just get a permanent +2 to attack. So if we just throw Endless on there, and then I'll throw spikes on our Thorned Hollow, since that could be good as well. Multi-strike, damage shields, more spikes. I think damage shield on our, not Dante, because I still want to get something better. But I think if we throw damage shield on our Morsel Maker, that could be pretty good. That, and then the multi-strike on the Hermit could be good if we get another damage boost. We're really just burning through our cash right now, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Enemies enter with spell shield, that's fine. We don't use spells. Alright, so we just throw our Morsel Maker down. And let's throw this Morsel Miner in here. We're pretty much set. Just cast these so we have the morsels in our deck rather than waiting around for those cards. So Dante's literally just going to keep gaining more and more health and attack. Just because the Morsel Maker keeps making more morsels for him. Enhance the unit with 10 health. Apply spikes 3. That's perfect. Let's heal you up a little bit too. Trigger feeding on morsel units. And then I can't fit you in there. Okay. Yeah, I figured I might as well waste that card at least to get the draw. But it doesn't even matter actually because the boss is going to be dead regardless. Easy money. So yeah, this whole setup with Dante and the junked up stuff, is it easy? Yeah. Is it fun? Also, yeah. And that's really all I care about. Just kind of having fun with this game, really, and seeing what different combinations you can try. Something really good about the junked up, though, if you find, there's a special event you can find that gives you some of the calcified ember cards, and then if you keep them for long enough, you'll end up, getting, other special bonuses. Playing a blight card deals 100 damage to the front enemy unit. I like this right here because we've already got a lot of blight cards in our deck. Friendly units, when summoned, gain +1 attack for every blight card in your deck. That's just going to boost Dante even more. So let's take that. Because now we've got an additional 3 blight cards in our deck from this event, on top of the ones we already had. And then we gain +1 attack for every single blight card. Like, it's phenomenal. Plus magic power. I think we reduce the cost of Cycle Life. And then let's see if we can get double stack. Holdover, that's actually also pretty good. So you know something? We're not dealing with Fell, right? Or we're not dealing with the spell Stealer Seraph, sorry, my bad. Because if that was the case, I'd be more cautious about doing this, but I'm gonna give holdover to the Steel Enhancer. Because now every time we cast that, we just get it again at the start of next turn. Non-boss units get multi-strike, that's fine. So, let's put it this way. Dante has 18 attack, right? Wrong. He's got 33 attack. Thorned Hollow put up there. And you know something? Let's throw this this steward in front, so that way he takes the hit for us. Two Dante's candles. That's not good for us. But I'm thinking if we do just leave this one, 3 damage isn't that big of a deal. Let's just throw our morsel maker in back, and then Dante will slowly start ramping up. So Dante's actually going to die here, sadly, which is not good for us in a deck that's based all around Dante. Trigger feeding morsel units, that's not going to help. Shit. Enhance, enhance, morsels. Damage shield, sure, why not? And then I'll enhance him with more health. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna take some damage here. Quite a bit of damage, but hopefully we can survive it. Yep. Barely survive it. Units cost -2. I will gladly take that. Thank you. Restore 25 health. Yes. That was a very, very rough one there. We're definitely going to have to come over here. But here's a thought. You know, having one Dante is great, right? But what if we had 2 of them? And then let's just get rid of these shitty train stewards real quick. Because they're not doing us any favors, really. Other than just being cannon fodder. Alabaster Guardians have Spell Shield 5, Fel empowers units with armor. Okay. So we can't put both of the Dantes on the same floor. But that's fine. Because we can just put 2 on different floors. Sure, I'll throw you up there. Steel Enhancer. Another Steel Enhancer on Dante. Like, we've already killed Fel almost. Which is kind of nutty. Can't really use that other than just for a bit of extra damage. And look, we're literally gonna kill the boss before she even technically, like, spawns. So we win. Apply Trample. That could be strong. Especially on Dante, who gets like 20 fucking attacks. 25 attacks at this point. More Ember. I was thinking we could use some more Ember in our deck. So having more Ember is a pretty good deal. No, I really want to get the Calcified Ember event. Like, genuinely. But I don't think we're gonna get it at this point. So let's come over here and then see what we can get to upgrade Dante. When you play a spell, spells in hand that cost less than that cost less are reduced to 0. So we've really only got the 2 cost spells. So I'm just gonna take the enemies get -1 attack. Quick, we win. Because Dante now attacks before everyone else. And you know something? Sure, I'll put more multi-strike on our Husk Hermit, because that just means we haven't really used our Overgorger. I'm actually just gonna remove it from the deck because it is kind of just bloating our draw at this point. It's a little too late for it to really get going. Restore all health when they move up a floor. Sure, that'll help you. Yeah, that'll help a lot. But so now you see this guy. Quick, attacks before enemy units in combat. We really don't need to do anything else, but I'm just gonna put this up here for an insurance policy. Add Trample. Sure. Let's have a bit of a feast. Let's get some more attack. And actually, here's something that I learned you can do. So, this can target friendly units, slay them, and give you more morsels. It's fun. Unfortunately, we can't put our Thorn Hollow anywhere, but that's fine. You know, I'm just gonna... Anytime we see a Dante's Candle, I'm gonna get rid of it, but I'm just gonna keep hitting the Enter button. Or rather, the end turn button. And we won. Like, there's no counterplay now. I'll take the collapse spell, since that's pretty nice if we wanna bring them down to where we live, which is the bottom floor. And you know something? You know what's better than 2 Dantes? 3 Dantes. Actually, hang on. I just want to see, do we have another upgrade over here? Nope, not another quick upgrade. Actually, hold on. We can make him super big. Grant +1 stack of spikes every time it's applied. Not really useful, so let's just get rid of all those. Gain 7 on Ember on the first turn of battle. That's okay. Sure, we'll take that. So yeah. Here's what's gonna end up happening here. I put down every Dante on every single floor. And we just win. I'm gonna put the big one on top. Or actually, no, I'll put the big one in the middle. Literally, no one else can go here. We do not have the space to add another unit to that floor. So yeah, Fel, about, or Seraph, about the whole, like, moving between floors thing. It's not gonna work out for you, man. You gotta pick a floor. Pick your poison. Do you want to die fast? Do you want to die fast? Do you want to die fast? It's that simple. Remorso Miner over there. Oh, and then wait for it. Oh, look. Came down to this floor, too. That's adorable. Let's get some good eats. And we just won. Like, look at this now. Look at how fucking big this is. If only we started at the, oh, shit, actually, if I played this and then the cave collapsed, we could have gotten everyone on the same floor. You know, that's fine. That's the power of triple Dantes. Ugh. Unfortunately, we missed the bonus for having the other trial red on the first battle. But, you know, we did kind of alright. Let's just take a look at our deck real quick. You know, we have a pretty standard deck. Like 3 of the same card. And then, you know, just a shit ton of blights. That's a standard deck, really. Unfortunately, I have not made it past Covenant 4 yet in normal games. Simply because I don't know what it is. I just keep getting really unlucky. Otherwise, I'd hopefully have at least made it to Covenant 10, which is... I forget what Covenant 10 actually does. But it's not that bad. It's like, it only subtracts, like, up at that point, you're, like, losing 20 health from your pyre on the first battle base and stuff like that. I think for the time being, though, we played quite a bit of Monster Train. So let's just let's take a quick break and unwind what we just watched and accomplished there. So we had a really good daily challenge run. Where I just whiffed completely at the end because I got incredibly unlucky. But that's okay. We had another good trial run. Like, we just did, like, a challenge. Like, we did, like, some community challenges. And then I made my own challenge as well, which is what we just finished. So that was a good time, all honesty. But for now, what I was actually thinking of doing is I'm gonna dip into a game I haven't actually played yet. So I was thinking that it would be time to play since I've had it installed and bought for a few months at this point. And I just never took the time to really try it out. That would be Stellaris. So let me just change the stream information real quick. We're gonna be playing some Stellaris for the remainder of this stream. And I've never actually played Stellaris. I've played some other turn-based strategy games before, like Galactic Civilizations and Civilization, Star Wars Empire at War. There was this open source game that I played at one point. It was a really nice turn-based strategy. It had like some kind of I don't really know how to explain it, like kind of retro styled graphics and like a hexagon grid. It was like similar to like a lot of tabletop RPGs, and it was open source. Fans were allowed to make a bunch of different modules for it to like play through different adventures. It was a great time. I don't remember the name of it though. It was like on this freeware website that I used to visit, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting. I'll try it." But in any event, I have never actually played Stellaris before. I have 0 fucking achievements for it. And so we're just gonna jump right in. Oh, you can tell I haven't played it before as well because Steam needs to initialize DirectX for it. So we're gonna be sitting here for a minute while it does that. Shit, actually, I need to think of a funnier title than just naming it Stellaris. What do I call it? But I've heard a lot of good things about Stellaris. There's definitely a lot of diversity in the play styles that you can engage in. And I quite appreciate that. That's one of the things that I loved about Galactic Civilizations, especially. Like, you could just outright design your own ships and build things how you wanted to play. And it was really awesome how they added that. And that was like a 2006 game. Like, it wasn't even anything like of this decade, and it was just absolutely phenomenal how they had so many different features to mess around with. So hang on real quick. Stellaris is now running, but let me just change the title. What's a good title for this stream? I'm thinking Failaris? I don't know. I'm not creative with my titles. But let's just try it. So, oh, I need my Paradox account. I don't actually remember if I have one. Shit. Let's just see. Does not match our records. Check your spelling and try again. All right. Let's see. Is a different password? Nope. Okay, create an account then, I guess. So this is gonna take a minute. So, what to talk about? Oh, so I actually I decided I wanted to rewatch some. So I've talked about anime a few more times on my streams in the past, but I figured it might not be a bad idea to just kind of chat about that rather than talking nonstop about the games. Why is the United States not a country here? Oh, there it is. But so, anyways, basically, I had the idea that I wanted to try and rewatch some anime from a couple years back, and even like from last year as well, just because they really stuck out to me and I quite enjoyed watching them. Um, and one of them was that time I got reincarnated as a slime. And so what ended up happening was I rewatched it, but then I decided, I've never actually watched the dub of it. And I gotta say, it is so cringy. It is absolutely the worst cringe fest I have ever witnessed. Because they, first of all, they got, what's her name? I forget the voice actress's name, but it sounds very similar to the one that they use for the lead in a certain scientific railgun, the person that plays, um, Misaka, the main character. And, they got her to do the voice of the main character in Slime, because voiced by a female, it's supposed to be like kind of high pitched, playful voice. That's fine. But she keeps making so many references to a bunch of random ass memes like she wasn't given a script at all. And if it was scripted, shame on the people that wrote the script. It's like, oh, awesome sauce, and like screaming Tarzan things, like the Tarzan scream, like when he's swinging on a vine or whatever, when swinging in through a cave in the first few episodes, and I'm like, no, this is not how it was before. You're adding in really stupid jokes that didn't need to be there to make the show enjoyable. But that's, I guess that's the direction they took it. But I've already gone through a decent chunk of it. I could double check right now, but I think I'm on episode like 14. Since I only just started it the other night, I haven't really gotten through all of it yet. But it's still fun to watch. I got to the annoying arc with what's his name, the lizard guy, Gabiru, and that's a fun time messing around. That's a fun time to having to deal with him being introduced again, because he wasn't annoying the first time around. So second time watching it in a dub, especially when you have freaking what's his name, like the voice actor for Agumon from the original Digimon, like talking at him as one of like his little pep boys. Like, that's not something that's annoying at all. Let me just change the capture for this to Stellaris, and hopefully it works. But so yeah, I've just kind of been engaging in that, and it's nice. I was really sparked to rewatch it because one of the OVAs came out earlier last month. Okay, hang on. I'm going to mute the game audio for right now while I'm kind of just chatting, because it is extremely loud. Hang on. I also want to, actually, another thing I just want to fix. Turn off Flux. I still have this program called Flux enabled that's meant to help reduce the strain on my eyes as time goes on and, like, it gets later. Like, basically, it just tints the screen red. But it does get annoying sometimes when it is outright changing the color of things that I don't want it to change the color of. But anyways, where was I? I was talking about the Slime OVA, and it's essentially gotten to the point where they are just releasing a single episode for the anime, like, every 6 months or something, because they've released, like, 2 or 3 OVAs that are all the exact same story, but they all have, like, some stupid cliffhanger, and then they wait 6 months before releasing another one, and it's like, why not just save these for another season? You could have these be the first few episodes of the next season. Like, I wouldn't even mind that. But no, they want to try and milk the franchise and be like, hey, so you remember this anime that was popular last year? You want to keep watching it, right? Here. Anyways, the game's loaded now. Now, as you can see, I don't actually have any of the DLC over here. Depending on how much I actually enjoy the base game, I'll get some of the DLC. But I was told the base game is still really good regardless. So let's just hop right in. I'm hoping that there is kind of a decent tutorial. Just so that way I have, like, guidance in where I should go. It doesn't seem like it's saying anything about a tutorial here. So I can choose between a bunch of different races right off the bat. Well, actually, hang on. First things first. I'm going to edit the sound settings. And I also need to turn the audio back on for this, so I apologize. I think that should be a good level, hopefully. So anyways, we got all these different races that we can choose. We've got like these fungoid things, which I'm guessing are just supposed to be like mushroom people. Representative democracy. Holds an election every 10 years to select a new ruler. Imperial. Upon ruler death, a designated successor becomes the new ruler. Oligarch. Holds an election every 20 years to select a new ruler. I'm thinking maybe being huh. There's a lot of stuff to just take in right here at this screen as well. So I'm thinking we can create a new race, actually. Let's create one. Let's create one that suits us. Machines. I don't know if machines are really what we want. Oh, these require the DLCs. Okay. We can be lizard people. Bird people. Bugs. You know, let's go humanoid. I don't know quite what sets this as a humanoid and then like this is a reptile, but okay. We can be the like a Vulcan kind of thing, like from Star Trek. I don't know. Let's, you know, I want to do a kind of D&D themed sort of thing here. So let's go with this, and then let's hit next. Name. We're gonna be the Mind Flayers. Or actually, wait, hang on. No, there's a better race for that then. That would be like molluscoid things. Yeah, here we go. So we're gonna be the Mind Flayers. Generate an adjective, Mind Flayer. It would just be Flayer. Mind Flayer. Plural. What would be the plural for us? I would think, Mind Flayers. The plural for a Mind Flayer would end up being something. It would just be Mind Flayers, actually. Mind Flayerin. So, like, this is like saying human, Asian, American, that kind of thing. Like, describing something. So actually, you know something? Mind Flayer. Wait, hang on. Do we? Yeah, it is just gonna generate it normally, so. Shit, there really isn't a good way to think about it. I don't remember. How do Mind Flayers refer to themselves? Oh, I see. I remember now. They're also called illithids. So that's how we can do it. We are illithid. Though the technical term is Mind Flayer. What else? Biography. A race, they're like a hive mind race. Of psychic creatures seeking to enslave all other races. Ship prefixes. We'll probably want... I gotta think about this a teeny bit. We can use the machine prefixes even though we're not actually part of, even though we don't have those DLC, so that's interesting. Hive mind, this is good. Seems all the fleets are always going to be called Throng. What else is here? Lithoids. I like this because I'm not going to be able to pronounce a single thing here. Excuse me. Here we go. This is actually easier to pronounce. I don't know if we really need ship prefixes, do we? Because, like, ships are just going to be expendable, I think, to us. Or actually, no, they wouldn't be expendable. We gotta think, let's go with, the MSS. A Mind Slave ship. Traits, so now we have traits we can choose from. Trait points left, we only have 2. But we can get more if we get... You know, I think Mind Flayers are pretty slow breeders, I think. We're fast learners, though. We're not traditional. We are not docile. Very strong. They're not physically strong. Charismatic would probably work. Conversationalist. Fleeting or enduring? I think they're enduring. Or we just pick a few that cost like 1. Yeah, communal is probably a good idea. And then charismatic, we can't really get that one, sadly. We also only have 1 more pick. Talented, maybe? Leader level cap +1. Natural sociologists, natural physicists. Shit. You know, I'm thinking that they'd be natural sociologists, to be honest. That seems to fit the Mind Flayer way. And we've maxed out all our trait picks, so let's continue. What's going to be our homeworld climate? Starting solar system. I think just a general... Actually, a Void Dweller seems like interesting stuff, but, you know, let's start with a random trinary system. I don't quite know what the difference between trinary 1 and 2 is going to be, but I like the idea of having 3 stars. Homeworld name. Oh, and actually, wait, hang on. I forgot to... They serve the Elder Brain and spread its will throughout the cosmos. There we go. Gotta make sure we have that key information. Oh, wait. So let's see anyways. We probably do want a wet climate. Oceans cover more than 90% of the surface. So hang on, let's take a look. Tropical, arid, savanna, desert, Arctic, alpine, tundra. We don't really want a frozen world. I don't think having an ocean world would be a good idea for us. Although maybe it could be, actually. Because then all we need to colonize other planets is just lots of water. I'm just gonna use my auto clicker real quick to see if we can get a good random name. And stop. Conthor and Conarimus. That sounds good enough, okay. But yeah, you know something? Let's go with the ocean world. Let's see how that works out. It's gonna be a wet climate. And we'll have 80% or 90% of the world is ocean. And we're gonna be more molluscoid cities. So let's have them look like that. Now our origin. Prosperous unification, a stable planetary unification has allowed this civilization to prosper and grow. This civilization has a dormant gateway in their home system, potential technological benefit or looming menace. Start with a dormant gateway in your home system or lost colony. Civilization originated as a lost and forgotten colony separated from its homeworld long ago. The struggling colonists endured many hardships before they were able to build up the necessary technological and industrial base that allowed for their return to space. Does not have Gestalt consciousness ethic. Or Gestalt consciousness ethic. You know, prosperous unification, it seems like a pretty straightforward start for us. We'd probably be Imperial. Or actually... Imperial or Dictatorial. Dictatorial are actually what I think you'd probably have more of. So we're not going to be pacifists, materialists, xenophiles, authoritarian, spiritualists, can enslave aliens. This is what we want. Population growth speed plus 20%. Sure. Cannot use refugees welcome species. Constitutional dictatorship or a despotic empire. I think we just go with an empire. Feudal society. Mining guilds. Shit. You know something? I think we're about the aristocratic elite. I think that's something that we're all about here. And then I'm not even going to bother looking at exactly what they're doing for us right now. I'm going to look at it later. Police state, no. Philosopher king. Yeah, I think Philosopher king's probably a good idea for us. And then we got one more point to spend in here. Authoritarian. So we're xenophobes. We can't be xenophiles as well, though, sadly. That would be funny. Um... Can enslave aliens. Cannot use democratic government forms. Authoritarian and, an authoritarian xenophile race. That sounds interesting. Although, actually, if we take this out, and we go for spiritualist, build temple buildings, cannot use full AI rights policy. Well, we don't want AI to take over because, you know, we are the AI. We're the hive mind, so... Empire named... Shit, what's the name of them of the hive mind or whatever? Let me see. Sure, you know, just generate it. Mind Flayer Enlightened Kingdom. The Star Realm of Conthor. That sounds interesting. All right. Flag. Oh, we gotta design a fucking flag now, too. Oh, Jesus. This is like Skyrim character creation. I'm gonna be here all night. Okay, how do I do this then? Zoological, sure, let's take this one actually. That looks nice. I like the green and yellow combination. That's pretty good. Ship appearance. We want the more molluscoid ships. Starting ruler. Choose sex. Well, yes, please. Ruler title is going to be the Elder Brain. And then let's take a look. Who's going to be the starting ruler? Crown Prince? No, we don't want... Although, actually, no, it would make more sense for a female to be the Elder Brain. Because they're giving birth to all the other ones. It's a hive mind, you know? So if it's a hive, you want a queen of some sort. You know, I'll just go with basic. Lady Illithid. There you go. They're a Lady Illithid. If they are the heir. Color variants. Oh, we got a lot of different room types. I like this for them. Clothes. This is more fitting. Color variants, and then... There we go. Next. That's it, actually. Okay, I'll save this. Star Realm of Conthor is saved. Let's get rolling. This game is not eligible for achievements. Iron Man mode is not enabled. Is that what we need to get achievements? Okay. Galaxy size, elliptical. Sure. Let's just leave everything at the defaults, other than the Iron Man thing, because I want to be able to get achievements. So let's go. Let's jump right in. I've never actually played, but hopefully the game is forgiving-ish. In the eons since our first primitive Mind Flayer communities took shape in the archipelagos and lagoons of Khan Aramis, our civilization has spread and prospered. The early chaotic periods of our history saw many nation-states vying with each other for power, until we were at last united under the strongest of these. Only when guided by a single vision could we reach our full potential. An era of stability and scientific progress followed. Now, after the discovery of the hyperplane network, the finest minds of the Star Realm of Conthor have finished the development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp.
Peace be with you, Your Majesty. I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence. My task will be to assist and advise you as we venture beyond the safety of our homeworld for the first time in history.
Yeah, tell me everything.
An excellent decision. You will have my full support.
That is good to know.
Building a star empire can be a daunting task. To help get things started, I will be providing instructional missions that cover the basic steps necessary to establish ourselves as a successful interstellar power.
There's a lot of shit here, like, Jesus. First mission is to fully survey